We will be solving some of the good questions of JEE. So let's start with this one. So here is a good question given. Water enters a rotary lawn sprinkler through its base at a steady rate of 100 centimeter cube per second. The exit cross-sectional area of each of the two nozzles is 10 centimeter square, and the flow leaving each nozzle is tangential. The radius from the axis of the rotation is given, and the rate at which this is going is given. So this rate is given already. This one, better to use rate. This one is already given, 100 centimeter cube per second, and the height is not given. So let's say this height is negligible. So you may write A into V is the flow rate. So Q is given 100 centimeter cube per second. Area is 10 centimeter square. So you need to find out V. V will be 10 centimeter per second. So from there onward you can get 0.1 meter per second. This is V. So as this is going in this way, this is going in this way, so they will put a force that is equal to rho A V square. If you have gone through my fluid lectures, then you might have seen this type of questions. F is equal to rho A V square. Rho is density is 10 to the power 3. Area given is nozzle area is 10 centimeter square. 10 into 10 to the minus 4, and velocity is again 1 by 10, so 10 to the power minus 1 square. So this is coming 10 to the power 4, 10 to the minus 4, this cancel out, 10 to the minus 2, this is force. Now for torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So let's say this one will produce a force F into R, this one will F into R, so F into R into 2. So force is 10 to the minus 2 into 2, and the radius given is 0.5. So just put the values F, R, and this is 2 because there are two forces, so you will get the answer. This may happen that these options are given wrong, so just whatever the answer you will be getting from this one will be your final answer. Now moving on to the next question. The questions are good, but the answers given are sometimes they are not given as per. So now moving on to the second question. A charge plus these all questions are the level of JEE Mains. So a charge, just discard the options, okay, don't see the options. So the question is given: a charge plus 2q moves vertically upward with speed v. A second charge minus q moves horizontally to the right with the same speed v. A third charge plus q moves as shown in figure. This charge is moving this way, this is moving this way, and this one is moving this way. So the point P is located at a perpendicular distance A away from each charge as shown in figure. Okay, you need to find out the magnetic field at point P. So you know from Weissenberg law, B equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine theta by r square. So this is this theta. Let's assume as the charge is flowing in this way, so let's assume the current is also flowing in this way. So if the current is flowing in this way, so this is the angle theta 90 degree, so this is sine 90 degree, and you can write idl as dq by dt into dl by dt is v, so you may write this is q into v, so mu naught by 4 by q v by r square. So this is your final B. Now as this charge is moving this way, so magnetic field, if you just do by right hand, just apply right hand rule, so magnetic field will be in upward direction for this one, and for this one this will mean downward direction, for this one this will mean upward direction. So these two will cancel out each other, so this one will survive, and mu naught by 4 pi, the charge given there is 2q, so mu naught by 4 pi 2q v by a square will be your answer, and that will be out of the page. Oh sorry, minus this charge is given minus q, so for minus q, if it is for plus q, then that would have been in downward direction, but it is minus q, so this will be in upward direction. So for these two charge also, this will you will get same direction, so mu naught by 4 pi q into v by a square for both the charges, so there will be into 2. So just add up these things, because for all the charges this will be in upward direction only. because this one is minus. I have not noticed earlier, so later on I see that this is minus, so the final answer will become mu naught by 4 pi qv square into 4. The direction you can find out as you may do two things. First, you may apply dl cross r. Sorry, dl cross r. R is in which direction? For this charge, this is in this direction, so that is minus a into I cap, and dl, that is the charge moving in this direction, so that is in j cap. So j cross minus I cross j is k, so j cross minus j cross I is minus k, and for minus that will be plus k. So for this one also you may write this is in I direction, that is dl, and this is in minus j, so I cross minus j, so like this way. Okay, and as this is minus charge, so whatever the answer you will be getting for this one, and you need to reverse that. This is plus charge, so this for this one I, and this one is j, I cross j is k. Okay, so from vector also you can get the answer. Okay, now to the next question. Just a minute. Now to this one. This is also an easy one. This is from thermal part. An ideal gas is held in a container of gas volume V and pressure P. The average speed of a gas molecule under this condition is V. If now the volume and the pressure is changed to 2V and 2V, the average speed of the molecule will be. You know that average speed. What is the formula of average speed? V average is equal to root over 8 RTY by M. So as now this is M, this is MW, that is molecular weight. This is same for a single gas. 8 is constant, R is constant, pi MW is constant, so this will depend on T only. So V average will be proportional to T only. Now it is given that volume and the pressure is changes to 2P and 2P, so T is equal to PV by R. So you may write T1 by T2 equal to P1 V1 by P2 V2. So in this place you may write P1 V1, that is V1 by V2. Velocity 1, you may write this one is velocity 1, and velocity 2, this is P2 V2. Just put a equal to sign. P1 is how much? P1 is P and V1 is V, so this is PV, and P2 is how much? 2P, and volume is 2V, that is 4PV. So your answer is coming 1 by 2 velocity 1 by velocity 2. So velocity 2 is coming 2 into velocity 1. So this is a very easy question. I must say this is a neat level question. Okay, so this one is your answer. Now to the next question. We used to solve much harder question in our class, but as JEE is approaching, so I am just focusing on the JEE questions only. So water rises in a capillary tube. The current graph of pressure above height. So whoever have seen my fluid lecture, I must show you this thing. Just I need to open my fluid mechanics lecture of capillarity. So just a minute, I am just showing you. This one is my capillary. So whoever have seen this lecture, they must know this one. I'll just copy this portion only. So water rises in a capillary tube as shown. The correct graph of pressure versus height y above 0.0. See, this is very easy one. So here at all places the pressure will be P0. Here this will be P1. Here this will be P1, and you know that P0. This P0 is equal to P1 plus rho GH, because if you come from this way, the pressure is increasing. So whenever you will be going from this going from this position, like from this position to upward direction, the pressure will get reduced. So pressure will get reduced to how much? To atmospheric pressure. So initially let the pressure was uh, P naught or P whatever. Now the pressure will get reduced. Okay, and at this point what will happen again, when you will move through this meniscus, you will get atmospheric pressure, so the pressure will suddenly increase to atmospheric pressure. Okay, so whole explanation is given here, and if you want more further detailing, so just go through my fluid lecture once. So now moving on to the next topic, sorry, next question, just a minute. This is also a question from, I think, modern physics. A photosensitive metallic surface has work function given. Photon energy is given to h nu naught. The electron come out with maximum velocity, that also given, but the work function is not given. When the photon energy is increased to 5 h nu naught, the maximum velocity of the photon. So yeah, in this question the work function is not given. So there is a photosensitive metallic surface has work function. Okay, what work function is given? This is h nu naught, and energy to h nu naught, you have given the velocity half mv square, that is k max. This whole thing is given. So my question, this one is become quite easy for me, because most of the information is given to me. So h 2h mu naught is given, so you may write 2h mu naught equal to h mu naught plus k max. This you can write and from here also you can get k max is equal to h nu naught for the first case. Whenever the photon energy is increased to 5 h nu naught, h nu naught plus k dash, I can say, so k dash becoming 4h mu naught. So this h mu naught is k max, so this is becoming 4 into k max. Now we need to find out the velocity. You know that kinetic energy is proportional to half mv square proportional to v square, right? Okay, so initial velocity is how much? That is given. So the velocity, if the velocity increase to 2 times, then kinetic energy will increase to 4 times, right? So velocity will be by increase by 2 times, so 4 into 10 to the power 6, that will become 8 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Now to the next question. This is also an easy one. A particle of mass m moving with horizontal speed something. So in figure, m is very less than m for one dimensional elastic collision, the speed of the lighter particle. So this one is really, and this is a really easy one. So you know that if the mass that is colliding with another mass, if that mass is very small, so what happens? The mass which is colliding, that so if this is m, this is having speed 6 meter per second, and this is also m, right? 5 meter per second. So you can do with momentum conservation, or you can do with the direct formula also. So if you go with momentum conservation, m into 6 plus m into 4 should be equal to m into v1 plus m into v2, and E is equal to v2 minus v1 by u1 minus u2. v2 means this one final velocity I don't know, this one final is also not known to me. E is 1, just putting 1. u1, this one velocity is 6, and u2 is this one velocity is 4, so v2 minus v1 comes to be 2. Okay, so from this equation 6, what you can do from here, as it is given m by m is very less than 1, so you can neglect this one, right? Because m is very less than m, so just divide everything by m, capital M. You will get this one, right? Just neglect this one. These are very small. So V2 is 4. As V2 is 4, so V1 will be how much? V1 will be 2. 4 minus V1, 2. So V1 will be 2 meter per second in the initial direction because it is positive, right? Okay. And the speed of the larger particle is becoming is remaining as 4 only, or you can directly apply the formula also, whatever you want. Now to the next question. So a rigid massless beam is balanced by a particle given. So this whole question is given. So you need to find out the ratio of x and y so that it is balanced. So you are well known to the fact you can apply reduced mass concept right here. What is reduced mass concept? This is t. This is t. You know that this is 2t, and you well know that t is equal to 2m1. Just apply. I am applying the direct formula because in JMN you need to shorten your time. So 2m1 m2 g by m1 plus m2, that is 3m. So mm cancel out, that is 4m by 3. So this is 2t, so this force will be 6m by 8m by 3. So you may write, just forget this one, just write 8m by 3 into y, because this will provide a torque about this point, and this will also provide another torque into 4m into x. So mm cancel out, so 4 2, so x by y becomes 2 by 3. Sorry, I think I made mistakes. This is 2m, this is m, so 2m1 m2 g by m1 plus m2. Okay, the pulley is also having mass. In this question, the pulley is also having. I have not noticed that one. So for that, as there is no friction between the pulley and string, so there will not be any rolling motion. So this tension will be 4m by 3. That's okay. And this one will also be 8m by 3. But there is pulley. So total force in this one will be 8m by 3 plus 3. That is 11m by 3. That I made a mistake. So that will be 11m by 3 because the pulley is also having mass. Pulley will also pull it in this direction. The rest are all good. Cancel out, so x by y equal to 11 by 12. This is your answer. So if it has been asked that the pulley is having some rolling motion, then the question, then the approach would have been different. Okay, if the pulley would have some frictional force, then we need to approach it in some another way. So this one is this type of question is frequently asked in the examination from SHM. So here is a mass given. This mass is having amplitude. This is also given, and the amplitude is 2x naught, right? So this is 2x naught. And you are putting an obstacle, a wall, at x naught from this mass, and just unit to the time taken to strike the wall. So I will just do one thing. Let's say this is 0, this is a. So at a by 2 there is a wall. So you may clearly write x equal to a sine theta. That means theta equal to 60 degree because x is a by 2. And the sine theta is half, so theta is 30 degrees. Sorry. If this is 30 degrees, so this one you may write pi by 6. And you are well known to the fact that 2 pi takes t time. So pi by 6 takes t by 12 time. So for this one, for going, this is t by 12. And for coming back, this is t by 12. So total time taken will be t by 12 into 2, that is t by 6. Okay, and the rest time will be, total time is t. So if here t by 6 time is taken, so the rest time will be t minus t by 6. As the block is compressed to 2x naught, the block is compressed to this position, and the time taken to hit this wall, this is 2x naught. So this time you need to find out. So this time is t by 4, because each, this one is t by 4, t by 4, t by 4, again t by 4. This is t by 4, this is t by 4, this is t by 4, t by 4. So time taken to hit the wall will be t by 4, and this total is t by 4. So this total time you may write t by 2. So t by 2 minus t by 6, this is the time taken to hit the wall. So that is coming t by 3. So t by 3, t is 2 pi root over m by k by 3. This will be your answer. Okay, now to the next question. This is a question from rotational motion. A good, I would say, good question to solve for JEE main. So a string is wrapped around a solid cylinder mass m. One end of the string is held. Cylinder is released from rest and acceleration of the cylinder. So let's say if you see this way, if you see in this way, that must be easier for you. I would recommend you to go through my rotation lecture once for rapid revision. So let's say G is acting in this direction. So you may clearly write mg minus t equal to m into a, because this is having an acceleration in downward direction. Okay, this first equation. For this type of equation, for this type of question, you need to apply the linear equation as well as the rotational equation as well as the constant equation. For rotational equation, if you apply it about center of mass, or about this point, better about this point, if this is, I am assuming this is fixed. So you may clearly write mg into r about this point. So it will be equal to I alpha. So I is 3 by 2 m square into alpha. So alpha is 2g by 3r. You need to find out the it is obviously known that if this is a pure rolling, then a should be equal to r alpha. So that is 2g by 3. So this is your answer. From here also you can find out the value of t. Okay, now to the next question. So here's one more question. Figure shows a square loop of side 10 cm on each side in the xy plane. An infinite wire is at z is equal to 12 about y axis. What is the torque on loop due to the magnetic force? Okay. Let's see. In this question, the force about this one will be 0, because force about this one will be 0 because these are in mutually perpendicular direction, right? So this will be 0, but this will count. Okay. So how to do this one? So I must draw the picture first. So this is a loop and this is somewhere at x is equal to this position. So I must say that the distance between these two, as this is clearly visible from this one, see this one is 12, this one is 5. So this distance you need to find out. This will be the hypotenuse, right? If you visualize this problem, this will be 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So this is 12, this is 5, this one will be 13. So if this is 13, just see through this way. You'll get this wire coming and this current is also coming in this way. You need to find out this one. So this will be like, this is 5, this is 5, this will be 12, this is 13. Okay, so this is the scenario if you observe from this way. So now you need to find out the force. F will be how much? Mu naught by 4 by 2 I1 I2 by R. I2 is how much? 78, and R is given 13 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this is 10 to the minus 7, 5 to the 10, 10 to the minus 2. So 3 10 to the minus 4 is this one, into 78. Now this will be the force on this one in this direction. The same force will apply to this one. So for torque, you just need to apply force into perpendicular direction. So 78. Why the force is downward? Because this is opposite, so this will apply repelling force. So 78 into the perpendicular distance is 5. Sorry, in this question I made a mistake. So this one will be pi by 6, right? And because this is 0 to a by 2 will be pi by 6, this one will be pi by 3. So the time taken, sorry I made a mistake. This one will be, this all everything is good. This is pi by 3, so for pi by 3 the time taken will be t by 6. T by 6 into 2, this will be t by 3. Okay, so this one will be t by 3. So the time taken to strike the wall, that means you just need to do. So this one is pi by 3. So for pi by 3, to cover this pi by 3 distance, to cover this pi by, the time taken will be t by 6, and this total time is t by 2. So t by 2 minus t by 6 will be t by 3. Then you will be getting 2 pi by 3 over m by k. The answer came right, but I made this mistake. Okay, now to this question. So this one is force per unit length. So total length is how much? Total length is this is square loop, so this total length is also 10. So I need to multiply this one. This one is force per unit length. So with this length you need to multiply L. So L is 10. So this is coming 10 to the minus 3 into 78. So this will be the force. This one will be 10 to the minus 2, force due to one wire. Now if you see from this way, so whatever you will be observing is like this thing. This one you will observe. Okay, just connect these three. Okay, so after connection, whatever we will get, the force will be along this way. So you need to take the cos component, and this one force will be along this way. So if let's say this is theta, this is 13, this is 12, this is 5. Now you need to apply the force into perpendicular formula, but force you need to apply this one is theta, this one is also theta. F cos theta component will be responsible for the torque. So F cos theta into perpendicular distance, this perpendicular distance, this one, and there are two forces, so 5 into 2. So cos theta is how much? 10 to the minus 2 into 78. Cos theta is now to be written 12 by 13 into 10. Okay, so if you calculate this one, you will be getting 72, and just make sure that these units are okay. Just make sure that these units are okay. This one will not be 10, this one will be I think 10 into 10 to the power minus 2, because these are given in centimeter. So just make sure that the units are given right, otherwise the approach is this one. Okay, now to the next question. Okay, I'll be solving this all this question in the next video, okay? Because these videos have been already recorded for 30 minutes. So in the next video I'll be solving the other questions. So this question I'll solve these two questions. These are also good question, especially the second one. The first one is very much easy. They are given as there are two blocks, mass given, you're pushing them by force, the distance between them is given, you just need to find out the time taken. So for this block acceleration will be F minus F by m. So F by m minus F is mu mg by m. M get cancelled out, this will be mu g. So F by m is 3 by 0.5, 6 minus mu g is 0.5 into 10. So that is 1, and for this block that will be also F by m. F is 3 by 0.2 minus mu g, that will be 15 minus mu is how much, 0.5 into 10, so that is 10. So relative acceleration as they are moving towards each other will be 11. So s relative is equal to u relative is 0 half a relative into t square. This one will be 22 half a relative is 11 into t square. So this is to be 2, t will be 4 second, t is 2 second. Okay. And for this question, this is also a good one. As a sphere of styrofoam has radius something, a cavity of radius r by 2 has center at a distance r by 2. Directly above the center of the sphere is hollowed out and filled with a solid material. So this one is first hollowed out, this is filled with some other material. So you well know that xum equal to m1 x1 minus m2 x2 plus m3 x3, because this is added up later on by m1 plus m2 minus m3, or m1 minus m2 plus m3. So this m1 x1, this is total mass, you may write, if this is m, let's say, so the removed portion should have mass m by 8, because this is a uniform sphere. So as this total volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, this one is 4 by 3 pi r cube, for this mass is m. For 4 by 3 pi r by 2 cube, mass will be m by 8. So for this portion, if this is increased to 5 times, so 5 into 4 by 3, because the density is now 5 times, so that will be 5m by 8. So m1 will be m, m2 will be m by 8, as the density is 5 times, so this one will be 5m by 8. So m is m into x1, x1 is how much, x1 is 0, because the center mass is 0. Okay, m2 is how much, m2 is this total mass is m into x2, x2 is how much given, x2 is this center mass is at r by 2, and m3, this is m2, and m3 is same center, but this is r by 2, because you are adding something that is having a density 5 times the earlier density. So the answer is coming r by 6. So these were few important questions for JEE. I will be posting one more video. I'll continue posting some videos of good questions. Thank you.